Men became aware of the fire. Men became aware of the fire. Food was no longer consumed raw. Food was no longer consumed raw. No longer consumed raw. Knowledge of the fire helped the man in coping with the low temperature. Knowledge of the fire helped man in coping with a low temperature. They used to build artificial houses known as huts. They used to build artificial houses known as huts. Dead bodies were buried properly in houses. This dead bodies provide करता है the earliest evidence of the religion. This dead bodies क्या करता है provide करता है earliest evidence of the religion because the men started attaching significance even to the dead bodies. Some skeletons क्या करता है found करता है saline and arrowhead stuck करता है in the tomb. And this repeat करता है men started fighting with each other probably. Bangalore in Rajasthan, Morhana Pahad in Uttar Pradesh, Chota Nagpur region, and the coastal plains of the Odisha. A few Mesolithic sites in India: Bagor in Rajasthan, Morhana and Pahad in Uttar Pradesh, Chota Nagpur region, and coastal plains of the Odisha. A few are a few Mesolithic sites in India. Bagor, Rajasthan, River Kothari is one of the largest and the best documented Mesolithic sites in India. Both Adamgarh and in Madhya Pradesh and Bagor provide the earliest evidence for the domestication of the animals south of the river Krishna. Both Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh and Bagor Bagor क्या कहता है provide करता है earliest evidence for the किसके लिए domestication of the animals के लिए for south of the river Krishna both Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh and Bagor provide the earliest evidence for the domestication of the animals south of the river Krishna. Tinna Valley in Tamil Nadu and Birvanpur in West Bengal are some important sites. Sarai Nahar Rai near Allahabad, Mahadaha, and Uttar Pradesh are the regions where the bone artifacts are found, including arrowheads and bone ornaments. Langanj in Gujarat is another major site. Langanj in Gujarat is another major site. People in this age were used to living. People in this age were used to living in the settlement, and these settlements were permanent, semi-settlements, semi-permanent, and also they were temporary in nature, and this led to the domestication of the animals and horticulture and primitive cultivation also started. In the last period of this age, land cultivation was started, which is featured like a small amount of the pastoralism and minimal trade. Men became aware of the fire. Food was no longer consumed raw. Knowledge of the fire helped the men in coping with the low temperature. They used to build artificial houses known as huts. Dead bodies were buried properly in the houses, and these dead bodies provide the earliest evidence of the religion because the men started attaching significance even to the dead bodies. Some skeletons found in the Sarai Nahar and arrowhead stuck in them, and this repeat that men started fighting with each other. Probably Bagor Rajasthan, Morana Pahar in Uttar Pradesh, Chotanagpur Rajasthan region, and coastal plain of the Odisha. A few Mesolithic sites in India. Bagor Rajasthan on River Kothari is one of the largest and the best documented Mesolithic sites in India. Both Azamgarh in Madhya Pradesh and Bagor provide the earliest evidence for the domestication of the animals south of the river Krishna. Tinnu Valley in Tamil Nadu. Both Azamgarh in Madhya Pradesh and the Bagor provide the earliest evidence for the domestication of the animals south of the river Krishna. And Tiruvallur in Tamil Nadu and Birvanpur in West Bengal are some important sites. Sarai Rai near Allahabad, Pratapgarh, and Sarai are Sarai Rai near Allahabad, Pratapgarh, or Mahadaha, and Uttar Pradesh are the regions where the bone artifacts were found, including arrowheads and bone ornaments. In Langanj in Gujarat is another major site. Salient feature of the Mesolithic culture in India. People in this age were used to living in the settlement, and this settlements were permanent and semi-permanent, and also they were temporary in nature. Hence, this led to the domestication of the animals, and horticulture and primitive cultivation also started. In the last period of this age, plant cultivation was started, which has features like a small amount of the pastoralism and minimal trade. At most Mesolithic sites, historians have not found any type of the pottery, but at sites like Langanj, Gujarat, and in the Kamur region in the Mirzapur, Uttar Pradesh, some sort of the pottery is found. Some sort of the pottery is found. Some sort of the pottery is found. Some sites like Adamgarh, Bhimbetka, Mirzapur, and Pratapgarh are Mesolithic sites known as for their rich art and painting. And most of these paintings, animal were the most common subject and for depictions, and animals like tigers and monkeys are very uncommon. Fossil remains of the wild animals like rhinoceros have been excavated from Langanj, and also human skeleton as well as the large number of the microliths have been recovered from these places. Neolithic Age. The Neolithic Age is considered a revolutionary period in the Indian human civilization, hence it is termed as the Neolithic Revolution because that period brought various revolutionary changes in the human social and economic life. In this period, man became a food producer from the food gatherer. The term Neolithic Revolution is given by V. Gordon Children. People of this age lived well settled life and laid the foundation for the newer civilization. People of this age never dwelt far from the mountainous regions, and their dependence on trolls made from the stone arms. They mostly settled in hilly river valleys and rock shelters and the slopes of the hills. Climate improved significantly as the population increased. Pastoral hunting and the food gathering were no longer sufficient to meet the growing needs for the food. And the people of the Neolithic period क्या करता था यूज करता था to cultivate करने के लिए the land and the grow करने के लिए fruits को and crops like corn, ragi, horse gram, कुलाथी. The people of the Neolithic period used to cultivate the land and grow fruits and crops like the corn and horse gram, kulati, etc. are grown from the beginning and between 6000 BC and 5000 BC.